answering your questions live. All of that coming up this Wednesday, October 12th at 7:35 a.m. right here on The Source, WOCA. All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice looking Monday morning, 71 degrees now. Temperature's only getting to 79 today, so I think autumn has finally hit Ocala, huh? I was just up in New York, and it felt like summer up in New York, right? You guys were going through that storm,
I know.
And I was going through some beautiful weather this past week.
I know, and our guest John, he asked if you were here today. I said, yes, you made it back.
I am here. Yes. Is
you
he on the
are.
phone?
Yes, he is.
John Basedow is.
He's awesome.
He's our role model if you want to get in shape.
John is awesome.
My son is in good shape. I'll tell John about that. Good morning, John. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. How are you? Long time no speak.
Yeah, really. You've got new things going on. You got a TV thing going on now, and the book. Gosh, it's really grown for you since the last time. What's it been? About a year, maybe?
Yeah. I used to be on the show pretty regularly, and then we lost touch. And it was I'm so happy to have Robin recontact me on Facebook. So that's cool. Really cool.
Well, it happens to us a lot. We'll be with people who are not quite famous, and then they get famous, and we don't hear from them anymore. So we thought that was happening to you.
I will always be on your show. You guys have been awesome from the beginning, and it's like family. Every time I'm on WOCA in Ocala, Florida, it's like family.
Where's home? Long Island is home for you, or New York City?
Yeah, no, I mean, I live in Long Island, but I'm in the city probably 3 days a week on work, that type of thing. I'm about 35, 40 minutes outside of the city.
Wow. Nice.
I was just there, and the weather was beautiful, and Robin said, "Why don't you call John?" And I said, "He's not gonna like my physique. I'm not following the book."
Stop it!
I'm not following.
As I said.
But my son is 30. My son is 30 years old, and of course, I was with my son his whole childhood, and then about 10 years ago, I stopped seeing him. He moved away, and he didn't move away, but I mean,
he's still in town.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You don't see your kids as much when they get to be adults. He gets married. Anyway, so he invited me to New York because he wanted to see a concert at Radio City Music Hall. Mm-hmm. And so now, so we're in the same hotel room, which means I see him. So I hope I'm not embarrassing him, but I see him with his shirt off. I said, "My gosh, you are in good shape, John. You'd be proud of him, not of me." There was a gym in the hotel. Every night he'd go down for an hour. I said, "Oh my gosh!"
Which hotel were you staying at?
It was starts with an H. What was
Hampton
it again?
Inn.
Hampton Inn, Times Square North.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you're right in Times Square. That's great. Yeah, any hotel that has a gym, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so I couldn't tell you what was in the gym because I didn't show up in it. If I remember your book, though, you don't really necessarily require a gym. You can do everything with stairs and with walking and with light weights, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, you can do it with free weights at home. I definitely recommend resistance training and weight training because you've got to, shock the muscles in order to build them. If you're not trying to build muscle and you just want to get healthy and and improve your cardiovascular health, yeah, you could walk, you could do the elliptical, you could go swimming, you could do different calisthenics for some strength. But in order to really develop the muscles, I find that, free weights are a must, at least for me, and that's what I talk about.
Which do you need more discipline for? Exercising or walking past those food carts?
Actually, my friend, once you get started, remember, I used to be a fast food junkie. I had a favorite fast food at every fast food restaurant you can imagine. I would binge on the 10-pack of Belly Bomber burgers from White Castle. So the thing is,
that's hard to believe. Your body actually.
It's the truth. And the thing is, your body does start working with you so that once you start eating the good, better foods for your health, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get over craving. It's just a biological reality. Your body basically is used to eating what it's used to eating. It's used to living on that. So if you're eating burgers and fries, it craves burgers and fries. And while your mind may want to switch on a dime to chicken breast and salads, your body doesn't. Your body still craves what it's used to. But once you get past that 4 to 6 week time period, you do actually start craving the new, better foods that you are eating. So actually, it's very easy to pass a food court and not stop.
All right, I'm going to ask you to make a judgment call on somebody, and I'm throwing you a big curve here.
Uh-oh.
But do you know who Penn Jillette is? Penn? From Penn and Teller?
I've never met him, but I know of him, yeah. And
okay.
I think he was also on Celebrity Apprentice.
Right.
And he does a magic show. He's a big magic guy in Vegas. Has a big popular show.
Right, but he's big physically too. And recently he lost a lot of weight. Now I like this guy a lot, so I'm not bad mouthing him. But
Okay.
I looked at him, and I'm only using him because he's famous and people might know who he is. But I've known people who were not famous who decided to lose weight, did it too quickly, and they almost look.
Yep.
There's something looks ill, you know. And if they get
Right.
if they get past the ill stage and then they stay thin, then they're great. But we've known at
Yes.
least one guy who died.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, I'm worried about
Sad.
Penn. So
Well, to be honest with you, I had that same problem when I was changing my body from going from a bowling pin to what I wanted to be with visible abs. If you go too hardcore too quickly, your body loses weight all over, and you lose fat all over. And guys definitely, usually genetically don't have a lot of buccal fat in the face. So the thing is, when you start losing the fat, you may still not be able to see abs, but you can look like you just got out of an Auschwitz prison in your face, and
Right.
look like you just need a meal because the fat all comes out of your face.
Oh.
Whereas if you do it slow and steady, your body tends to equalize. But even if you do go through the period where you look really gaunt, really sickly, like I did, and really look like, as I said, you just need a meal. And I also have high cheekbones and like solid bone structure. So the thing is, I look just like a skeleton in the head. It was frightening, because I go into everything very, very hardcore and trying to, do the best I can, the quickest
Right,
I can.
right.
And with weight loss and with transforming your body, that's not the way your body likes to go. So what happens is I would get abs, but when I had visible abs, it looked like, I had just gotten out of a prison camp. But then your body starts equalizing again, and it just takes a few months to start getting the fat and getting the water back in the face and everything and then you can also still maintain the abs. But the original fat loss, especially when it goes too quickly, you lose it in the face really, really fast.
Some people think all they have to do is just keep popping vitamins and different kinds of supplements, and that'll do it.
If only it was that easy, Robin. If only.
Yeah, it's horrible.
If only there's a pill you could take and just lose weight and build muscle, but you really can't. Because even pills that are illegal and you don't want to use and you don't want to ever get involved with, you still have to work out in order to get the results. It's not like you could just take them and get the body you want. There's no substitute for the hard work. There is no way around it. You have got to watch what you're eating, and you've got to exercise, and you've got to keep it moving. And if you do that and you make it fun and you make it part of your lifestyle, you're going to stick to it, you're going to notice results, and you're going to get motivated to do more. That's the key.
John Basedow is our guest. I didn't tell the title of your book. I just thought everybody knew. It's Fitness Made Simple. I have the book on my bookshelf at home. So,
Yay!
Yeah. I know what it says. It's just getting to... You know what I wanted to tell you? A couple of weeks ago, we had a segment...
Yes.
About a university in Texas, I think it was, and on their marquee in their food court or whatever you call it at the school, they had all the calorie counts of everything, and they noticed that none of the students were really changing their eating behaviors. So they decided to, in addition to the food, the calorie count, they put how much exercise you would have to do to burn that off. And one of the examples was one M&M. M&M takes a whole football field, just walking. If you walk 120 yards, the whole football field, the end zones and everything, 120 yards in order to burn off one M&M. And then people started eating less when they saw how much exercise they would have to do in order to burn it off.
Mm-hmm.
That is I always talk about when I'm doing speaking gigs and everything. I always talk about the importance of visualization. When you throw numbers at people, and people aren't in the business of weight loss or nutrition or anything, you can say a shocking number and they go, "Oh wow," because everybody else says, "Oh wow," but they don't realize what it takes to even if something's like 300 calories, they go, "Oh well, that's less than the 1,200 calories." Yeah, it is, but you don't know what it takes until you, as you just said, visualize what it requires to burn off those 300 calories.
Right.
And that's a great step to take. I mean, there's another good side of that coin though, however, which is that if you just do little tricks every single day, like for instance, park in the furthest spot from the store you want to go, take the stairs instead of the elevator, all those little extra caloric expenditures that you're making by doing little nonsense things each day can add up to 100, 200 calories at the end of the day, and by the end of a month you'll have vaporized 1 to 2 pounds without even knowing it.
And that seems to be really good for people to start slow like that, because sometimes if people jump into something, they'll get bored or frustrated and then quit. But if you do it gradually, like you advise, people will want to do more and more to help themselves.
That's definitely what I do advise. I always talk about one of the biggest philosophies with Fitness Made Simple is called baby steps. And what that means is try to do whatever your fitness goals are, just keep them in your mind every day and try to do one thing, at least one thing every day to achieve your fitness goals, and then compound on that each day. And by the end of the month, you're going to be 30 times better. So, and things that would have seemed overwhelming or impossible at the beginning of the month will now be easy and natural, and you would have stuck with your fitness program, because what Baby Steps does is it sets you up for success rather than failure. Exactly what Robin was just saying. If you start right now, and let's say you're 30 pounds overweight and you're a couch potato, and you're seeing yourself with a ripped set of abs and, you know, eating the foods you want to eat, bottom line is that is such a far distance from where you are right now that every single day that you try to do your exercise program, you're going to think you're a failure, because you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to see yourself no closer to where you are to achieving that goal. However, if you set mini goals, like baby steps, like today I'm just going to do 100 sit-ups, or if you can't do 100, I'm going to do 50 stomach crunches or 50 sit-ups, something like that. And then when you accomplish that mini goal, Robin, that motivates you, because you think to yourself, I did it, I'm a winner. Now you set yourself up for another goal the next day. And eventually it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you end up starting to want to do more, and you achieve your results quicker without beating yourself up every day because you're no closer to point Z when you started at point A.
And that's what makes you an inspirational speaker, because you're very relatable. I mean, you work with children a lot and you help them, because sometimes they follow in their parents' footsteps and they become obese by the time they're 10.
Yeah.
That is such a big thing, because so many times, the thing is, we weren't born to crave sugar, artificial sweeteners, a lot of the preservatives and fats and stuff like that, or artificial chemicals in foods. But once again, as I said before, if your body's used to living on X, Y, and Z, it's going to crave X, Y, and Z. So if parents just don't start their children on the crap, to put it bluntly, and start them on clean, healthy, natural foods, that's what those kids are going to crave. And as they get older, when they have a candy bar or something like that, it's not going to be something, a lot of them are going to find it distasteful because it's not what they're used to eating. And the few that do like it are going to have it sparingly, but not feel like they're addicted to it.
Mm-hmm. We have a phone call, and then after the call, we'll take a little break and be right back with John. But let's go to the call first. Good morning. You're on the air with John Basedow.
Yes, thanks for taking my call. Say, John, before weightlifting, should you be doing any kind of muscular exercising or stretching or anything?
That's a really good question. I think that with weightlifting in particular, you should do stretching, warm up your body, get yourself ready for the exercise, and then start with a light set of each exercise, and then sort of go to the higher sets.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right, John, hold on. We need to take a little break, and we will be right back. John Basedow. And by the way, the phone lines are open if you want to ask a question about perhaps getting in better shape. And you may never get to John's shape. He's in really good shape.
Oh, they can. They can get there. They can get there.
They can, not me.
Stop it.
I don't think I will.
You can get there, too.
I don't think I will. I walked past one of those pretzel places, and I said, I haven't had a pretzel. We'll be right back.
Don't be weak. I am not going to enable your victim mentality.
Safe boating is no accident. For Monday, looking partly sunny and breezy with a high of 79 to 81. Then Monday night, partly cloudy, a few showers, low 62 to 71. On Tuesday, times of clouds and sun, a shower in spots and breezy, high 81 to 84. And then on Wednesday, sunshine and some clouds, a shower in spots. It'll be breezy with a high of 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
There's nothing like driving through your hometown, the familiar sights and sounds of your community. As your hometown bank, Florida Credit Union can make that ride even smoother. Let us start up an auto loan for your new ride, or refinance your current auto payments today. No waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online.
Danny Werfel here. Look how easy Florida Credit Union's made it to drive a new car.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. More info at www.flcu.org.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Highland Memorial Park is known for being the most beautiful and family-oriented cemetery around. They're continually building eye-catching features that make the park stand out. They also offer a wide variety of pre-planning services to bring peace of mind to your loved ones. With nearly 70% of us being cremated here in Ocala, Highland wants you to be aware of how much money can be saved. A man and wife can save thousands of dollars with cremation and still have a remarkably peaceful and dignified burial. Whether your choice would be in-ground or above ground, you owe it to yourself and your family to see how much money, time, and grief you can save by taking care of this now. Call today to get the answers to your questions and see if cremation is right for you. Call 352-369-1020. That's 352-369-1020. And when you set an appointment and both husband and wife tour Highland, we'll give you a gift certificate to the Brooklyn Backyard Restaurant. Call Highland today, 352-369-1020.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
All right, 21 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. John Basedow's on the phone. We've been acquaintances of John for so long that I feel like we should say friend. And
we are
friends. And you know, when I was just up in New York, and you walk a lot when you're in New York. It's just a lot of walking, right?
Yes.
It's just part of it. And
in the city, it's one of my favorite things to do. Actually, I love to walk in the city. It's actually a liability to have a car there. The best way to get around is the subway and walking.
Yeah,
period.
and I just realized as I was walking so much that I really need to walk more when I get back home here. Because here it's a car. You get out of the car, you walk 30 feet, and you're in your office. You know, it's like not that much walking. So
you'd go broke if you were in the city and had a car. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Let me ask you something. We've known you for a long time. When we first started talking to you, some things that are now technologically possible were not back then. Like back then, if you got a pedometer, I think it was just a little bead and a thing and a jiggle. and now they have these bracelets that measure everything, right? How many calories? Do you use those things? What do they call Fitbits or something? Do you use those things?
I actually don't. I actually don't use any of them. I think some of them are great in the sense that even if some of them are off, some of them, depending on brands, can be off a little bit, but the difference is usually good. If you know what I mean. It's almost like when you're weighing yourself on a scale. When you first get on, it may be a little off of what your weight is, but then if you use the same scale at the same time of day, the difference is usually going to be accurate.
Okay.
So you always know your gain and your loss. And so as long as you get a good one, and you can always look up reviews online. I mean, that's the one great thing about the technological age now, is you can look up any company, any product, and search any potential problems or issues with it and always find the best one of every genre of product. But what I love about those things is to people that are just getting into fitness, like a lot of people say, well, I just have to do my 5,000 steps today. I just have to do my 5,000 steps today.
Yeah.
And it's a start. It's a start to get them out there. I mean, I certainly don't think that, I think that it's a nice start and it's a nice way to get people thinking about fitness. I don't think it's as all-encompassing as, making fitness part of your lifestyle, like a Fitness Made Simple program or other programs out there. But I love the fact that it's a start and it gets people being fitness-minded and competitive with themselves and doing it with friends.
And you're talking about fit meals. I don't understand what is that where you just go to the produce section in the store and don't shop in the middle of the store?
Yeah, tell us what to have for lunch.
No, you're talking about. We're talking about my new series on on internet TV. It's Fit Meals. You can see it on YouTube.com/John Basedow, and then other blogs pick it up. and you can also see it on dailymotion.com/new media stew. Fit Meals is basically, I come on and I'm talking, the first episode was just done, and for instance, I make the Fitness Made Simple Lean and Green. Now this is a lean and green healthy shake that's full of antioxidants, full of vitamins, full of minerals, full of nutrients, low in calories, to get you energized for the day, also feeling full, satiated, lots of fiber in there so you're not hungry and craving garbage during the day, and also just get all your juices flowing. And it's perfect to get you right before a workout to energize you, or after a workout to replenish all the nutrients lost from muscle depletion and everything from you exercising as hard as you can. But the Fit Meal series in general is basically me preparing quick and easy little fit meals that help to increase your fitness, or taking a meal that may be not so much a fit meal, like let's say tacos, and increasing the fitness factor of it. Tacos are great, but if you just eliminate the saturated fat, calorie-laden shell, the tortilla shell, and you replace that with a lettuce wrap, you can have pretty much the same ingredients in most any taco, have the same dipping sauces, and you're eliminating 60 to 70% of the calories and the fat. So this way you can have your enjoyment, your fun, but you're also sticking to your fitness goals. So a lot of times what we're planning to do is have people can send in ideas of meals that they love, and we make a fitter version of that in addition to giving them straight little fit meals. Yeah.
So
how cool.
Do you typically do away with bread? I mean, do you have any bread ever, or most of the time not? Or what's your bread story?
Okay, first of all, no food is ever off limits with Fitness Made Simple. The only thing I say, because as soon as you put a food or a food group off limits, you create a preoccupation with food cravings. And what happens is, if you told me I could never have a donut, I don't even like donuts that much, but if somebody told me I could never have a donut, all I think about doing is having a donut. So any food is on limits, but what I say is just give yourself that moment to think whether it's worth the calories. I'll have chocolate every day, but I'll have a bite or two of chocolate every day. When it comes to bread, if I'm at a restaurant where I like the bread basket, yes, I'll have bread in the bread basket, but I don't get a kick out of bread on my sandwich, and I don't need the extra calories. If it's not, I always say, before you eat something, ask yourself, is it worth the calories? If you answer that, then have it. If you answer it no, then put it down. What that little silly trick does is it gives yourself the chance to let conscious thought take control over impulse. The problem so many people have that nobody ever talks about is most of us eat just on impulse. We think about something, we want immediate gratification, we eat it, we feel guilty later. If you just let conscious thought take a moment to intercede between the impulse of the brain thinking of something and then shoving it in your mouth, you'll be surprised how many times you don't put that food, your cheat food, in your mouth. And that's one thing I just ask people to do. If you say that you do want to have a bite or two of it, have a bite or two of it. The other trick I always say is basically, this is a scientific study even, you are satisfied, whatever you're craving, I don't care what it is, most people, and it's been shown in a scientific study, are satisfied within 2 to 3 bites of whatever they're craving. They get no greater pleasure sensation.
I agree with that, yeah.
They get no greater pleasure sensation by finishing the whole cake as they do after having that 1, 2, or 3, little forkfuls of it. That's what I call the foodgasm. Once you satisfy the foodgasm, you don't have to eat the whole thing on the plate. The only reason you are eating it, yes, it's a Fitness Made Simple reference. We make our own words. Hashtag foodgasm. Go with it. Get it trending on Twitter. But anyway, that's such a big point. So many people don't realize it's because of the way we've been raised. We've been raised to finish our plates and eat whatever's in front of us. Otherwise, mom would tell you, if you don't finish it, all the starving people in China, well, give it to them. Or all the starving people in Africa, well, give it to them. But you don't need to finish it. So finish the good stuff. Finish the healthy stuff that's going to further your fitness efforts. But always feel free to have a bite or two of whatever you're craving. That satisfies the craving, satisfies the foodgasm, also helps you keep your waistline.
Foodgasm. I got a new word, Robin.
Yeah.
I got a new word. Do you know another new word we learned? The word hangry. Have you heard the word hangry?
I use it all the time, and I get hangry.
Yeah, you get so hungry you're angry. So I went to, Robin told me to go to johnbasedow.net. What is that? Is that where you're offering speaking engagements?
Yeah, actually, it's really cool. I mean, in addition to fitnessmadesimple.com, which you always talk about, where you can go, actually, fitnessmadesimple.com, one exciting thing is it's now a membership site. If you just become a member, you get access to all my fitness programs throughout the years, just for the monthly fee for becoming a member, and you don't have to buy each DVD or buy each nutrition program. You actually can stream them on your smartphone, on the computer, bring them to the gym with you on your smartphone, whatever you want to do. But anyway, that's on fitnessmadesimple.com. JohnBasedow.net, which is really exciting, is basically geared for speaking engagements. I love doing speaking engagements. Like Robin said, talking to universities, talking to schools, talking at celebrity events, talking a lot of business stuff, a lot of business functions with wanting to increase office health so that, people are sick less, that health insurance costs go down. It's a great thing.
John, it's always fun, and I'm just looking at the clock and hearing the music, and I guess we just had such a good time. I didn't realize it was going so quick. John Basedow, we love you.
Fast.
Thank you for what you do. FitnessMadeSimple.com, JohnBasedow.net, and YouTube.com/John Basedow. There's some twerking videos on there too, by the way. Thank you, John.
Yes, there are. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Radio. I'm Pat.